Hello, you're listening to Can You Sing a podcast where we discuss all things choir, all things Northside Choir, and a way for us to share what it is we do for new members, students that may be interested in joining, and pretty much anyone who wants a closer look at the NHS Grizzly Choir and what it is to be a student musician in high school. My name is Eric Amaya. I'm the director of choirs here at Northside High School, and before we really get going, we're going to introduce this episode's hosts and guests. The co-hosts and guests will change, but for today, starting at my left, give your name and your current grade.
I'm Kai Swimson, and I am a senior.
I'm Chloe Gavin, I'm a junior.
I'm Logan Crane, and I am a senior.
I'm Giovanni Chambers, and I'm a junior.
Okay, so what is available when you join Northside Choir? Like, what choirs are available? What did we have last year? Has it changed? And what do we have this year? And why should they join?
Okay, so if you are an 8th grader coming into 9th grade, your choir experience will look a little different. So 9th grade currently has Ursa Minor, which is a 9th grade treble singers chorus, and right now tenor bass choir, which is a 9th through 10th grade tenor bass choir. Last year we had, yes?
You said 10th.
Oh, oops, 9th through 12th. Last year we had 2 freshman choirs, but this year we do not, and next year we don't know. So that's if you're a 9th grader. So 10th through 12th, treble singers have a choir called Ursa Major, and 10th through 12th boys are still in tenor bass choir. But we also have our varsity choir in sound, which is an audition choir. So in order to get into in sound, during the spring semester of whatever year, you will be given the audition material, which usually consists of a audition cut, which is about 4 or 5 measures, and then you'll have to do things like sing a scale and maybe sight read. But if you don't know what any of this is, it's okay. Mr. Maya will help you, and he will not leave you out to dust because he loves everybody to be in sound. So
Everyone here's in sound.
everyone in here is in sound.
How'd you feel for your audition? We should talk about that.
For my audition,
So yours was different, right?
mine was
Yeah.
so different than what all these people are going to tell you. So my audition,
Actually, I was in yours.
Mr. Maya was there, and I had no idea who Mr. Maya was, and I was like, who's this guy? I really did say that to myself. Sorry, Mr. Maya.
It's okay.
But, so I was a 9th grader.
Awala, not a sponsor.
I was a 9th.
This random.
I have an Awala. I don't have it with
Not
me,
even
though.
Colombian.
Salvadorian!
Definitely didn't steal this. Whoa.
Let's not
Then
talk
ate
about
the
that. Let's not
mic.
talk about that.
We don't promote stealing on this podcast at all.
Never.
So anyway, I was a 9th grader, and Mr. Maya was not yet our wonderful choir director, but he would soon be. And I was like, who's this guy judging us? And then I think Mr. Thames was there too, who's the Southside choir director. I don't remember. But
Wait, was he?
I think he was.
No.
He wasn't?
No, he wasn't.
Who else was judging?
It was Mr. Smith and me.
No, there was more. No, he's not like, I thought it was like Mr.
No,
Kyle or
Mr.
something.
Smith
No,
and
that was
Mr.
for the CPA thing, the CPA concert.
Oh, well, I guess it was only Mr.
Yeah.
Maya and Mr. Smith, our previous
Love you, Deshaun.
choir director. So anyway,
You shall.
a whole side conversation. But anyway, so we were like split into our voice parts, which are bass, tenor, alto, and soprano. And we had to sing, what was it? No, Southside did it last year, and I was like, it was
Hallelujah.
it was Alleluia.
It was Jake Renestad's
Alleluia, Alleluia. And we had to
Insert
learn.
clip of Jake Renestad, Hallelujah.
And after we sang, we had to sing about, I think, like 8 or 9 measures. And we got put into random groups of 4 to 8. And they just listened to us sing. And then, so they would listen to us sing in these random groups. And then, I think at the end, they put us into one big group. And we figured it was probably who they thought was going to be an in sound. But
My babies.
Our process now is much more smooth and better, which I can also talk about that because you do have to re-audition every year. Every year you have to re-audition. Even when you're a senior graduating, it's like your final is your in-sound audition. So now, I already talked about it a little bit, but I guess I'll go into more detail. So now, audition process is about a week, or like the time you can audition is about a week or two. You just pick a time, a day, you come. It's about a 20-minute audition, but this time it's just you and Mr.
Honestly,
Maya.
it needs
say
to
it's
be
like
it needs to
10
be like 5 minutes, but it always becomes about 20 minutes just because I really want to hear what you can do and give you every opportunity to showcase, because like all region, which we'll talk about later, it's like a minute, like a minute 30, and rather than give you an audition where if you're coughing or you're sick or something, I'd rather give you a full 20 minutes and just really hear everything that you can do, let you restart, let you do things again, and just, it's not all region. Yeah, I want to hear what you can do and see what you can bring to the ensemble. So that's why it always ends up being a long time.
So you do, I think the first thing you do is he probably warms you up. And then he does a range test, which is not scored. He just wants to see how low you can sing and how high you can sing. And don't worry if your range is, I don't have a good range. Like my range is not that big, but I'm still in sound. So don't be like, I have a small range and he's not going to put me in, because that is not, range is probably the last of his worries when it comes to in sound. I mean, he's not worried about your range. He just wants to see what you can do. And then you'll do these exercises. And
They'll vary year to year.
Yeah, and then you'll sing your prepared piece, and it's, like I said, just a few measures. And then at the end, he does...
Well, we sight read a little bit.
Oh, we do sight read. And it's very basic. You're not sight reading 20 billion accidentals.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he does just this fun little activity. It varies audition to audition. Like, he'll make you sing Happy Birthday, but he'll keep changing the key, and you have to stay in the original key. Or he'll make you do intervals from memory with the tuning fork. I wish I had my tuning fork so I could show you what it was. Insert clip or insert picture of a tuning fork.
Right here.
And, yeah, so... Anyway.
Okay. Anyway, how was yours? How was your in-sound audition?
My in-sound audition. Ooh, yikes. Okay. So it was really kind of scary, but I think one of the main, so like you go into the audition, whatever. I'm a sophomore. I'm a freshman actually, and I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Like, it's not even funny. I was like literally shaking. I was dreading it all day.
There's always a couple that cry, but that's okay.
Yeah, and so I get in there and I have a junior sit in to my audition, and so she's in like the very back of the like stands, and
Risers.
Yeah, the risers. And so like it was really nerve-wracking, but Mr. Amaya, like when you go into an audition with him, like especially like an in-sound audition, like I feel like one of the main things that helped me get over my big fear of like singing around him specifically is like we don't just sit there and like, okay, sing A, like, whatever, like it's not like black and white. It's kind of like you sit there and you kind of have a conversation, and it's very like personal. And it's like you sit there and you kind of get to know one each other, because realistically, you're not only auditioning to be in a choir, you're also auditioning to be like his student in a way. And I feel like you're auditioning to be in like a family. So like it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just the chemistry has to be there between everybody. And he kind of just has a feel for you and everything like that. And it's really nice. I like having to sit there and I like getting to sit there and like talk and like have a conversation, and then he being like, okay, this is no, what's that one? And I'm like, it's so, I think.
Logan, we don't need to talk about yours.
So my audition process consisted of...
Logan's was a little bit different. Logan had never been in choir before, and which we'll talk about later, but Logan really wanted to be in choir, and in sound I think was like the only class that you could be in. And so I kind of heard him, and he, we did a couple things. You could match pitch, you could read a little bit. Yeah. And so basically I was like, you're going to have to work really, really hard, because this is the only class that you can do. And so if I don't want to not let you be in it, but this is kind of the audition advanced choir. So you really got to show me that you can hang and that you're going to work hard. You know, I'll have patience, but you got to work hard. And he has proven himself. He's proven himself. And actually, like, no, he really has. I mean, made it our region his first year, and
5 months.
now
5 months in
is
choir.
We'll talk about all region
about
later.
to graduate and is going to be a what?
Music major.
It's going to be a music major.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of changed the whole course of his...
It's
Like,
it really
yeah.
feels like something I couldn't live without. It's like I grew up like going through high school. Like it's music. I listen to a bunch of music, you know, but it's not. It was never something that I thought I could do, like even to the extent of like as like a hobby. And then I don't know. I just went out on a whim one day, and now I'm here, and it's like it's such like an integrated part of my life. It's like I have to stay with it no matter what. So it's really how it feels.
Nice.
Trapped here forever.
Forever. Not
Giovanni,
complaining.
how was yours?
Yeah. The most recent audition experience was quite an experience, I will say so myself. The year previous to this one, the experience was what I think it should have went as. And yeah, this recent experience taught me that, you know, on a real level, he's more than just a teacher to all of us here in this choir now. You know, he's a mentor. He's someone who you can remember and who you can rely on, like genuinely. So I could do the beginning part of it, which was like scales and your thirds, but the prepared piece, I did not know the prepared piece, and it showed, and it really showed, but it really showed.
It showed it.
It really showed, but
Just beating that dead horse.
he knows, because he had me for a year, that I am capable of learning the music. It's an effort thing. And I do understand that, and it's a learning point, and it has always been a learning point moving forward, that when you get music ahead of time, us and sound members would know that when we're not in class, we still have to practice the music outside of school to make sure that the music is great.
Wait, can I say something funny? This year for my audition, wait, don't tell Mr. Maya this, guys. I learned the audition piece the day before. Or maybe it was the day of. It was like right before my audition. I was like, do I know this audition piece? And
It also wasn't that hard.
it wasn't that hard.
I never learned the audition piece.
It doesn't have measures, which was like the biggest. The biggest challenge was like, this doesn't have measures. But I did learn it like right before my audition, and I still slayed. So
He's very forgiving.
Literally so.
Yeah, as long as you show me effort. So once you make choir, I guess, or make in sound or join choir, what fun things, and fun for me is probably not as fun for y'all, but what fun things can someone expect to do or have the opportunity to do if they join? I know we talked about our region. Mm-hmm. We could talk about that, or Logan wants to say something.
Just today we had like White Elephant, and it was so funny. She ended up with a plunger.
Okay.
Which is now our bathroom key. Yeah.
And I ended up with I had like a bag of Takis, and I traded it, and then ended up eating some tuna for the first time. It was pretty good. It was pretty
Protein.
One of our beloved choir members actually left the choir room fourth period eating a jar of baby food. So,
Which you weren't here for.
I wasn't here.
I got a 1 pound cracker.
I wasn't waking up at 9 o'clock to come play White
It was
Elephant.
1 pound gummy cracker.
We are recording this the Monday of semester exams, so a lot of seniors don't have to be at school. Most everyone is gone. But anyway, so we have like parties and stuff. Anybody want to talk about our parties? They vary depending on when they are. Yeah, talk about
like
that.
for Halloween and stuff, we came down. We watched We watched Hocus Pocus, and we
great movie.
Yeah, we got to like carve
I
pumpkins.
watched Halloween Town.
Listen to many great artists.
Yeah, we had a little like music session,
Leve.
and then I ate. We all brought food, and I ate so many Takis, I felt sick. I also took like a chunk of like this cake that was like the size of your head.
There's a picture we have of
yeah.
a mountain. He has a mountain of cake, and he's holding it like this.
Yeah, it was
Someone brought like a giant bowl of spaghetti.
Yes.
Cookies,
Did I eat the
chips,
spaghetti?
just
I don't
potluck
remember.
style
It was
stuff.
pretty good.
I will say it was fantastic spaghetti. I was like, dude, you know how to throw it down. in the kitchen.
In Sound does have lots of potlucks.
Yes. We also do. Let's see. What else do we do?
Yeah, I was gonna
parties.
say
We do. So we always decorate. Halloween usually
Is the best.
is the best one. Christmas, I think
I tried to
fell
get him
short
up.
a little bit.
I tried to get him up for Christmas this year.
But we did have a 9-foot tall Christmas tree that.
Courtesy of me. Let's actually. I'd like
Okay,
to thank my mother. I'd like to thank my mother for giving
out,
us
Mother.
the 9-foot tall
Shout out,
Christmas tree. I know
Mother
you're watching,
Williamson.
so I love you.
So we decorate. We go hard for that. Concerts. I love concerts. We also just did caroling, which
caroling is
starts
great.
out super fun. And
Dollar
then
Chick-fil-A
you
gift
saying
card.
Carol of the Bells. Hold up. So we just came back from caroling, and whenever you do Carol of the Bells for like 40 times, it kind of sucks. But I think it was fun. DeAndre caroling.
I would like to chime in because he did steal that joke from me because I sang Carol of the Bells 7 times, and yes, I counted. And then I had to go to the Southside Christmas concert and listen to
Shout out Southside.
the Decibels sing Carol of the Bells, and I was like, I do not want to hear this song for
It
the
was a great
8th
arrangement.
time after singing it 7 times. But they did really good. Shout out to the Decibels. But caroling was
Shout out Decibels.
really fun because
Not sponsored by the Decibels.
caroling is really fun. This year we went to the middle schools and we got to carol for them, and then we're also going to do our normal nursing home routes this week. And
funny.
for the middle schools, he did like switch up our set every single time we sang, so it wasn't like just the same songs except for Carol of the Bells. We did do that every time.
Right.
But
We don't have any sopranos.
so caroling is actually very fun, and we got to see what the future of our choir is going to be. That's more of a Mr. Maya thing because I'm a senior, so I'll never see these kids. But so we did get to see the future of what our choir
Shout
is,
out.
and there's so many people who are interested, and I'm so happy for that. And so I also love Christmas time. So caroling, I always love it because I love Christmas music.
I just realized we didn't like. We have a thing called we're calling the GCC, the Grizzly Choir Council, which next semester is going to be doing more. But there's a couple, I guess you called it board members / ranks /
I
roles.
said
You
ranks
figured
and
it
they
out
made
by the
fun of
end.
me.
But what is your role on the council?
I did not want to brag because I feel like if I keep talking about it, people are going to be like, he makes it his whole personality. But I am the choir president. Whoop, whoop.
Yay!
So do you want me to talk about that? Or like how to get on the council?
Sure.
So this is kind of a personal story for me. When I was in 9th grade,
That water was.
In Sound had this Halloween showcase, which we don't do anymore, RIP. But
Okay, we've tried.
we have tried.
We've tried for like the last 3
But
years.
we tried, but we do student spotlights now, and I think that's better. But anyway, so In Sound had this Halloween.
Watch out your mic.
In Sound had this Halloween showcase when I was in 9th grade, and I went, and that's kind of what I say is my signal to be 2 things, which was I need to be an In Sound and I need to be the choir president, because I was already friends with the choir president, and that's just kind of the event that shifted my focus. So obviously I made In Sound that year, and I was really excited about that, but I couldn't apply to be choir president until I was becoming a senior. So I've had to wait and work for it for 3 years. And so in 10th grade, Mr. Mai was new, so we didn't really have a council, but I was still, I was still a foundation. I was a section leader. And in 11th grade, I was program assistant, which we'll get into that later. And I worked really hard, and we had a few hiccups, but that's okay. And at the very end of the year, we had our spring concert where our previous president, Shyla, we love you, rest in peace. She's not dead. But
just gone.
she announced me as president, and I cried in front of everybody like a little baby. But it's
We're
just
crying as well.
it was a very emotional moment for me to be
We'd be crying.
finally a goal that I had set out since freshman year to have. So that's kind of what my roadmap to being president was. And if you want to be president of choir when you're a senior, don't think that you have to do exactly what I did. You don't have to be like program assistant. You don't have to be program assistant before you're president. I think it's a good stepping stone because program assistant will teach you a lot of the things that you have to do as president. But like, just because someone is program assistant right now does not mean that in spring I'll be announcing their name as president on the stage. Oh. No shade.
Literally shade.
But I just, even if you're not chosen to be, because we only have one program assistant, so even if you're not chosen to be program assistant, I would still work hard and just prove that you love the choir and that you can work hard and you can become president. Or if you don't want to be president and you want to be program assistant, like just work hard and you can do that. Or if you just want to be, uniform coordinator because you love to play dress up. Like there's all these wonderful things you can do on the council and just so many opportunities to show leadership. And
sorry, I'm going to add to that. And just because you're not picked for a role doesn't mean that you can't come to meetings or that you can't help. Anybody can help. Anybody can always. You're all a part of this. But I can't give everybody a role or else nobody has a role. It's one of those things. But you can always help. You can always help.
We did have some great contenders. I don't say against me, but... because I love all my friends and they would have been great presidents too. But we did have some but they didn't get picked, but they're still, they're very
they didn't make it,
but they're still very active and they love the choir. So it didn't, what I'm saying is even if you aren't, even if you don't get your role, don't be deterred from doing hard, don't be deterred from still helping and still doing what you want. And
still add to the choir.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just digging the hole deeper. So
no, you're good.
This didn't mean to be a roast session.
It's okay. So I don't want to get too sidetracked. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, we're this year we're gonna have a cookout which we need to plan. It's gonna be like at the park. We're gonna do our senior, or I guess all awards, our choir awards there, and maybe we'll do an end of the year trip. I'm still unsure.
Your audition begins now.
But we'll see. Yes, that was a good voice. Okay, next. We need to talk about our concert that we just had a couple days ago.
Somebody give me the mic.
She's hot and ready.
So we just finished the winter concert, as I said, or I haven't said, but for you, it's your last one. For you two, you have one more. For you, it's your first and your last, and because we said Logan, it's his first year in choir. Thinking back, what'd you think? And do you have a favorite piece? I think my favorite piece was Come Back to Me. Do you have a favorite piece?
My favorite piece was Mary, Did You Know?
I was going to say my favorite piece is probably Coventry Carol.
The Voce 8 version, if you don't know it.
I was going to agree with Chloe. I think that was pretty awesome. Oh, you don't even
You
don't even know, Mike.
Biased, but Children Go Where I Send Thee.
Actually, I think Children Go Where I Send Thee was my favorite too.
That is awesome.
Wow.
We
Kevin
had
Phillip Johnson won.
We had Cole on the bass.
Shout out Cole Coates.
I didn't sing in that song,
We
so
had
I'm kind of jealous.
The GOAT,
Shout out Cole.
Mr. Law, Mr. Law on the djembe, also as well on the djembe. We had Malia, which was our soloist at the final part of it, and then we had the rap, me and Jamiria.
Shout out Jamiria.
Miss Law, our accompanist.
Miss Law accompanist.
Shout
The
out
GOAT.
Miss Law.
The GOAT.
Just an amazing time. I loved
Okay,
it.
so what did y'all think of the concert?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, because I know the music well enough. If we did mess anything up, I was like, you know what I mean. But everyone else I asked was like, oh my god, y'all sounded so good, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, well, I'm sure we did. It's just I'm a lot more picky than everyone else.
I posted that ding a ding a ding. That sounded pretty good.
We did
Yeah.
sound good on Ding a Ding. I mean, we sat there and drilled it.
Go follow our TikTok at NHS Grizzly Choir.
NHS
popping
Grizzly
off on
Choir.
Yeah. I think it's important to note that this is probably like our 50th time running through those songs. To the audience, it's their first time.
At least. Yes.
Yeah, it is their first time hearing it. So to us, we're like, wow, we may have messed up on this part, but to them, they're probably like, wow, y'all did a really good job.
I feel like in a lot of aspects we could have done better.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's always because you kind of fall into the loop of I could always do better. But For the preparation that we had, I think it was a pretty good concert. I think we did pretty well. Like, some of the songs, obviously, I wish there were spots that we would have hit more. But I mean, at the end of the day, the concert's like done. Like, it's over. Like, we've already done that, and it's already like, you know, whatever their like perception of us is now changed or whatever. But I think we did great. I think I'm really proud of all of us, and especially the sophomores, for like jumping in the pool, even though it was like at the last second. I'm really proud of them. I'm really proud of them, and I'm really proud of like everybody for just sticking through it, because it's stressful.
I also think so we had class, it was on a Thursday. We had class 9 to 10, I guess you can round up. And then we weren't able to do it at our call time. And so from about 9:45 when we made, I don't even think we ran the whole thing. Oh, no. We didn't even run the whole thing that day. And so we just kind of got there and did the full concert. First time, just doing it, downbeat, boom. I thought it was pretty good. So, yeah, I'm really proud of you.
R.I.P.
Really
Sing Me Now of Christmas.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Caius's violin.
It's okay. We'll do it next semester.
Wait.
But really, I think every choir did well. I was really proud of the tenor bass choir. They really sang out up front. The freshmen did great. Freshman girls did great. Freshman trebles. The Ursa Major, they did really good. Children Go Right Sunday was great. Yeah, I'm just proud of all of you, and I'm proud that it's done. Happy that it's done. On to CPA it is.
Wait, because Kais didn't get to talk, so we're going to come back to the Christmas concert.
Okay, Mr. President.
I'm just going to talk about it from a technical standpoint.
YouTube.
Because I'm not even going to get there yet. But I think from a technical standpoint, this is besides the student spotlights, this was the smoothest we had transitioned from choir to choir ever.
Besides the student spotlights.
Which I can
that was rough.
Mr. Moore.
Shout out Mr. Moore.
Mr. Moore.
I'll speak to that personally in a second. But I feel like the choirs got on and off stage very efficiently. I feel like the speakers did well, which was me and Livy.
It was literally mainly Caius.
And
I love you, Livy.
I feel like all the people who played instruments, they did really good getting on and off stage.
Mr. Law held it down.
And the first few student spotlights, we had no technical difficulties.
Oh.
And then we reached Caius.
And then we reached me, and an ad played during my song, and I kept going because
Grammarly.
I am a theater kid, so I'm just taught the show must go on, and I was going to do the whole song a cappella. Like, if Mr. Maya had not stopped me, I was going to sing the rest of the song a cappella and be fine with it.
And then the goat came in.
Mrs.
But,
Law.
okay, this is my story and my moment. Anyway. and so Mr. Maya, I'm looking over at Mr. Maya, I'm singing, like, I'm not even done with the first verse of Silent Night. And Mr. Maya's just like, okay, just stop. I'm like, okay, I guess I'll stop. And so I'm just standing on stage, and I'm standing, and I'm standing. And then, I don't even know if I've told Mr. Maya this story, but he's like, okay, everybody, give it up for Jenny Law. And she's coming on stage, and I'm like, why is Miss Law coming on the stage? Like, what is going on? And she sits down at the piano, and she asks me, she's like, so how many verses are you doing? And I just go, 3. And she's like, okay. And then she starts playing it. And I'm like, whoa, like, I guess we're doing this. Period. And then I only had to get one cue from her, which was when to come in. And then for the rest of the song, it felt like we were completely together, and the slowdowns were perfect. And we had not practiced that, like, at all. That was live in the moment. So I just want to shout out Miss Law. Thank you so much for saving my performance. But also shout out Caius for being able to just do that on the fly. And
shout out Caius.
Shout out to the people that.
And then we had some more.
Shout out to the friends we made along the way.
Technical difficulties after that, but I feel like overall the technical side of the concert was pretty smooth, and we sounded good. So I feel like a lot of us had talked about how good we sounded, so I'm not going to touch on that. But yeah.
No, I thought it was good. It just goes to show how important it is to practice. Gosh, that was such a crazy moment when she just popped up and was like, I got it. Amazing.
It's crazy for me too.
Speaking of concerts, do y'all have a favorite concert of the year?
Yes.
Either winter, CPA, spring, or whatever. And if you could add one concert to the year, what would it be and why? Yeah.
So my favorite concert is obviously CPA. Oh, I love CPA. Okay. I think CPA is like birthed all of my favorite choir pieces that I've ever done in my entire
Me
life.
too.
Ballad to the Moon, In Remembrance of Talking to You. And if I could add a concert, I'd probably add a Halloween concert, realistically. Even though like we'd have like no time to prepare,
time.
No time.
no time to prepare. I love the idea of like a Halloween concert because like we go all out for Christmas and
Sounds
then for like
spooky.
for Halloween it's just kind of like, oh, we decorate the choir room and nobody really knows other than like when we post on our TikTok. But like Halloween is
Sounds spooky. Sounds spooky could be cool.
sounds
Yeah.
spooky.
Anybody else?
I
Favorite concert, and if you could add one. what would
mine's
you
gonna
add?
be a niche answer. I feel like my favorite concert is Grand Night,
Ooh.
and
So, for those of you that don't know what Grand Night is, so Grand Night for singing is a concert that UFIS puts on, University of Arkansas Fort Smith, where they combine all of their vocal, the whole vocal department and the opera theater. So they do, I think they do their Leonis chamber singers, they do their treble choir, their tenor bass choir, the theater does stuff, jazz cats do things, shout out the jazz cats. They invite schools to come by, so obviously Northside and Southside do it. Alma did it last year, I think. Hopefully other schools do it. But yeah, keep talking about that.
so Grand Night, I feel like I'm a little biased because it did birth my favorite piece ever. But I like Grand Night because my favorite
is
Doors of Daring. Sang that as a sophomore. We performed it with Southside's Chamber, which is their audition varsity choir, and it is the best piece I've ever sang. And I've begged Mr. Maya, please, 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 bring it back. And
Maybe
we're
one
on
day.
we're on the fence about it. And if he brings it back after I leave, I just don't even want to get into that. But anyway, so Grand Night I think is my favorite concert because I'm a fake Northsider. I do like to watch Southside sing because I like to see them in their element, just like we're in our element. And but I also like to see the college perform. I like performing with Southside because In Sound is only 20 people, and then their chamber is usually about. It's big this year, but their chamber is usually about 30 people. So to put it together,
I think it's more. I think it's usually
This year
between
it's-
35 and 40.
this year it's 40.
Yeah,
Crazy.
somewhere around there.
This year they had to up their qualifications because it's so many.
Yeah.
But I like to put chamber and in sound together because we all sound great. We all make all region. You know, a lot of us, some of us make all state. So we're all,
Practice coming
we're
up.
all. Oh my gosh, we're all great singers. So to put, and it kind of when you put us together, we're kind of I feel like on that college level. So we're like on par
Yeah.
with the college singers. Not that we aren't when we're apart, but just especially when you put us together.
Yeah, I love combining our choirs, like the best of Fort Smith. Essentially, I mean, it always sounds great. And if you want to hear that Doors of Daring performance, go to our YouTube at NHS Grizzly Choir on YouTube. Same place where this podcast is going to be posted.
But yes, Grand Night is my favorite concert, and I feel like nobody would have thought to say that, but yeah.
It's a good one.
So niche.
Logan,
So niche. So
who's
I've-
only been in choir
I was
a
gonna say I've
semester,
only been-
but you spectated. You've kind of
vaguely. I didn't know what Grand Night was. I didn't like
real.
never been in CPA, never done a spring concert, but spring concert always sounds awesome. Like some of the songs that people have been like throwing out, like, oh, we should do this for spring concert, blah blah blah. Blah. I'm like, chill. I'm like, man, that sounds so awesome. So I'm just gonna go winter concert because it's the only one I've ever done.
Nice.
And then if I had, this is going to be controversial, if I had to add one concert, it would probably be like a summer concert. Like there's not really like Yes.
No.
Like everyone's
I
gonna,
love that.
like everyone's gonna be like, oh, but we
A
go to
summer concert.
Yeah, like we'll have to. You'd have to come
I'm
in
all
during
for that.
summer
What?
to like learn the music, but there's so many pieces I feel like fit into like a summer category, and I think that would just be such an awesome thing to experiment with. Maybe
This would be a
one
thing
day.
we could do ourselves. We could like pick the music.
We do
It
have
doesn't
choir
to
summer
be-
camp.
It doesn't have to be like something doors a dare. We could like do a real song that we all know, like pop song,
Whoa.
like a pop song.
I know he did not just say Doors Are Daring is not a real song.
Well, okay, they're real
Also-
songs, but like I'm like a pop song that like everyone knows. They hear it and they're instantly
Okay,
like,
we're
yep.
Glee Club.
Glee Club, yeah, we can do Glee Club.
Don't stop. We need to do that. That would be so cute.
We did September.
Yes,
No, we need to do Don't Stop
We
Believing,
did
specifically the
September.
Glee
That was an
version.
You
amazing
remember?
song.
Did you have to say something?
I was just about spring concert last year. It was great.
Yeah.
Ted came knocking.
Good. You know
Oh.
good.
That's from my youth.
My
My old, good old
Not my
sound
youth.
days.
Because he's old now.
Honestly, my
Okay, so since we're on the subject again of concerts, what do y'all think about themed concerts? I personally loved themed concerts.
I can't.
Like,
Shut it
I
down.
know that y'all used to do themed concerts. So, like, a theme could be, I don't know, like the elements, you know, and you can do, you could do Katarina Gibbons' Fire, and you could do Water Under the Bridge, and you could do all sorts of stuff related to the elements. Or, like, I know that, shout out University of Arkansas, Inspire. I know Inspire just did one of their concerts that was in his safety, and that was a theme. Do y'all like themed concerts? Should we do a themed concert? What would be a good themed concert?
I hate.
I mean, that's okay. I don't. They're awesome.
dislike theme concerts so much because I feel like having
What if we
to
do like a Disney one?
having to prepare for a concert is already so insanely like stressful. Putting a theme on top of that and having to like it's on theme, it's on theme, it's on theme. It's like, oh god, no!
that's,
I'd
but that's
literally
up to me, not you, though. What if, like, you know what I'm saying?
he wants me to slide on the mic. He's not getting this mic back.
But like, I
here.
would be tasked
Thank you.
with putting it into the theme, not.
Yeah, that's not a very valid reason.
Okay, what? Why am I getting attacked?
I think that sounds awesome. We could do like he brought up Disney, and I was like, oh my gosh, could you imagine all the songs we could do? Like it doesn't like we could pick like Disney princesses, like that could even work.
Like a Day of the Dead, where it was like freaking
Yes.
Encantos and like
Yeah, we could do
Oh.
that. That could be awesome. We could even do like yeah.
I saw the saddest.
I was gonna say we
edit
could do
earlier.
like passing. I was gonna say
Don't you even think about
Death came a knocking. All
You
of that
know
is
the
so
death
into death.
No, okay, guys. Unfortunately, as soon as you said "in remembrance," my opinion has been swayed. I love theme concerts.
I
We should do a
have
death one
a
this
comment.
year.
I have a comment.
Shout out my favorite song. Shout out, Cry Out and Shout, because they forgot about my
Cry
opinion
out
on
and
that.
shout sucks.
The best song we've ever done.
Wait.
It's not. He's a lying. He is.
Okay, I
zero
have a
taste.
comment that I have a comment. For themed concerts, I would like it to be not like our spring concert. I don't want for a themed concert. You know, okay, so Southside is doing a January winter concert. Like, I feel like we could have a themed concert sometime in the year. I wouldn't want it to be like our main concert though, because I don't want my last spring concert to be Disney themed. I'm sorry. I don't want to get up there and sing just Disney songs. I want there to be a wide variety of options. Unless it was like a, what's his name? No, that's Moral Orchestra, never mind. Unless it was like a composer with such wide range that you could have variety. I don't want like a themed concert to be my last big concert. But like if we had a concert in March that was flowers themed, I think that could be cute.
So it doesn't have to be the spring. I just mean themed concerts. Like, what do you think about themed concerts?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like I would be fine with it if it's not like our final.
Okay.
Shout out, Let My Love Be Heard. That'd be awesome for like a
I'm thinking about it.
like-
Shout out Jake Runestad.
I do like the thought of like bringing up. I think someone from York did this, but like the thought of like a medley, like you did that Wicked medley. I think like
Hades Town Medley.
don't even get started on Hades now.
Did you watch that?
Like a tiny
Did you watch
desk.
that?
I was in
I
it.
shared it on our story.
I
Okay,
was in
I'm gonna
it.
send that to y'all.
Please.
Shout out Acapella Academy and Rob Dietz.
Shout out
homeboy,
Hades
shout out
Town.
Rocky.
Shout out Hades Town. Hades Town is
Shout
a
out
great.
Anais Mitchell for writing Hades Town.
Yeah.
Shout out her. I think
Also to Hila Alfonso, who did the arrangement. You're amazing.
I do like the thought of like a tiny desk, like a very short kind of like not really short, but like a very like
We should submit something for Tiny Desk in here.
it's a tiny desk.
It's a tiny
It's a
desk.
tiny
desk.
desk. But I'm saying like, you know, something like that where it's like kind of like it all kind of blends together. And I do like, unfortunately, I do like when concerts tell a story. Like
Most of our
the Scola Cantora of you.
shout out Scola.
Their winter concert was
A Child's Christmas in Wales that they do every year.
Yes,
Oh,
it was
amazing.
amazing, and it
Shout out
like was
Henry
telling
Ruckles.
a story.
Screaming in the mic.
Hooting and hollering.
It was a great concert, and I love when concerts have like that kind of flow in between them. Like a lot of like a big chunk of our concert when it was Inson's turn to go up and sing. A lot of ours we had no break in between them, no like. It was all kind of like it's transition. And I do like that because it just makes it feel so much more professional and so much more worked on. I feel like, and it makes it look like
I
we
love
know
my
what we're doing.
transitions.
Oh yeah.
Elite ball knowledge.
You know-
Ding a ding a ding in the Coventry Carol. That was amazing.
That was
Dude,
great.
Shout out
amazing! Shout out Addison Bunyan.
Addison Bunyan.
Shout out Addie.
You be
Bunyan.
Bunyan like Bunyan.
I would like to make a shout out too because I feel like we're shouting out all these people. Shout out Northside Grizzly Choir.
Shout out Northside Grizzly Choir.
We're here for choir and we're shouting out everybody except for us.
Well, you gotta think about it. All these people are in choir. Most of these people
True.
are in
All
choir.
those people are Northside
Also,
Grizzly
can
Choir.
I just say that I think if not every CPA program that I have done for y'all has a through line. And it all ties together.
Yeah,
I
like,
would definitely know that.
I think wasn't it Ballad to the Moon into In Remembrance?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then we
Cry out and shout.
cry
Oh
on
my
shouting the
gosh.
what?
No, but like
the three.
Oh yeah, but it all like linked together. Oh, I love that.
my sophomore year CPA.
Oh, that was, so good.
yeah,
I love
it's
you.
very
Remember
fast
so
and
much.
triumphant at the beginning.
And
it's
that'll
slowly
be
gets
another episode where we talk about kind of our favorite pieces through time.
Oh yes.
I have evergreens.
That'll be a good one. Okay, well, we're coming here to the end of this first episode. It's gone a little longer than I thought, but that's good. We got, I think, one last question.
Yeah, I got you. So, I think choir to all of us is like kind of building this community and like building this like safe space. So I'm kind of wondering like how can each of us as choir members and as like people of the council, how can we kind of make choir this welcoming and like safe community for incoming sophomores and freshmen and like just newcomers and
Anybody.
people in here already.
So, what do y'all think that you've done so far? Because, I mean, so like, what made you want to join?
Yeah.
And not be like, okay, I think I'm going to be judged, or like, how have you felt singing in Sound, especially since it's so like fresh and it's exposed. Like week 1 of Sound, we always do a part test where it's individual and everybody sings out. Like, yeah, you were shaking.
Yeah, I never thought I had like stage fright or anything like that. And then they had me sing the national anthem, and I turned red like a tomato, and I already shake. It was so bad, but I killed it, obviously. And then Mr. Marv was like,
He passed.
he never sang before. And
Yeah.
he passed, and that's
Oh,
why
I
he's in
remember
Sound.
that.
Yeah, he was
And-
the first one, and he had never been in choir. First week in choir, and it wasn't even a full week. Didn't we?
Yeah.
Wasn't it Wednesday or?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, we
we
came
came
back
back
on a
It
Wednesday.
was something like that, and
Like-
he volunteered, and he survived.
Yeah,
Period.
like it is kind of like throwing yourself out there sometimes, and not in like a bad way, but it's like you have to do things like that, and then you kind of see how everyone reacts, and it's like no one judged me for that because it wasn't perfect, and it's like it was so scary, but then it happened, and then it was like this like such like wave of relief, and ever since then I haven't really had that fear, and I know that had I done that and then someone was like ooh, 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 you know what I mean, like
Which happens,
I mean, it does.
unfortunately.
I don't think I would have stayed,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm very glad that didn't, and I think everyone here is actually pretty good about not like making fun of anyone. You know what I mean? Like we are very welcoming, at least in sound. I mean, we got some sneaky boys that
Yeah, I think
act out
it
sometimes.
definitely differs from class to class.
It's a work in progress.
It's definitely work in progress.
I think it's gotten better.
Oh, for sure.
It's gotten better
But
in every
I
class.
think that's also what's important about this question and important about like asking like you guys is because like what do you guys think we could do? You know what I mean? Because it's like definitely always something that we're trying to work towards and work for.
Well, I think like even when we did caroling on Friday, one of the many, many sweet things was seeing some of the younger kids, which Mr. Maya added would be the future generation of the Northside Grizzly Choir.
Future.
And, you know, many of those
I'm
kids had many questions to ask. And I think one of the many great things about InSound and choir as a whole is many of these people here, you don't have to be afraid to talk to. They're just like you. We're all growing up together, and we all are curious about many different things. So if you ever have a question, we will never hesitate to ask.
We're all choir nerds too. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're on the same boat.
Yes.
Some more than others.
Choir president.
But I feel Mr. Maya pointed this out to me like a month ago, and it's kind of really stuck with me. We're talking about not being judgmental, and here he's like, "Oh, here we go."
I always hate when y'all say
About
also
a
say
week
like,
ago.
"Oh, Mr. Maya told me this," because I'm like, I say so many things. I don't know.
No,
but this
I
could be-
promise this is
Okay.
going to be a positive thing. But he was like, Caius, I really notice how you make your rounds through everybody in sound, and you talk to them, and you talk to them everybody at least once a week. And I had never really noticed that until he pointed out, because I love everybody in sound, and I want to talk to everybody, like. And we only have.
mad. I want.
I want to
wanted to
talk to
do
everybody,
this.
and we'll have 5 minutes to talk. So I don't get to talk to everybody every day, but I do want to talk to everybody in sound, and I have spoken to people who are quiet and people who are Chloe.
All right.
And she's loud. I've never been, when I like go to talk to someone, I've never been turned away, and I've never, they've never been like, oh, I don't want to talk to this guy. Why is he talking to me? So I feel like if you are a quiet person and you're in sound, we're all really in the same boat. We all have similar interests. We're all working towards the same goal. So I really feel like you can just turn to the person next to you and talk, not when we're rehearsing. But when Mr. Maya, he does give us chances to talk every day. So I feel like, once a day, you can really just turn to the person next to you. And even if they're quiet or they're an outgoing person, you can really have a good conversation with them. So I feel like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever seen, like, we have like these TikToks of like just the class and stuff. I remember Mr. Mike saying, he was like, man, you're really just like locked during rehearsal. I'm like, well, what can I say?
I know. Gosh.
Yeah, sometimes all it takes is a familiar face to get you going, or in that case, like a familiar voice. Someone that will be there to cheer you on through it all.
And I feel like our section leaders are really good at communicating with their section and making
Can
sure
be
that,
better. Could always improve.
I mean, that's just a teacher standpoint. Everything can always improve. But I feel like
It's crazy that I'm a section leader. I forget that.
I forget that as well.
I don't
Intersection.
I'm a section leader. I love you.
I feel like our section leaders are pretty good at talking to everybody in their section and making sure that for me, I talk to Jose, and he's so quiet, but he has such good, we have some good conversations sometimes.
Jose.
That's how I feel with,
That's my
man.
with my Kira and my Natalia.
Yeah, so
I love
just,
them so much.
I feel like our section leaders do a pretty okay. That's what Mr. Maya likes to say. Pretty okay. We do a pretty okay job at talking to people, and so I just feel like we love to talk. We love to talk.
We love to talk.
I
And
also feel like okay.
Go ahead.
I also feel like another something that I at least try to do every day coming into sound is not only being positive and optimistic for the day, because when I've had multiple people tell us, I'm not tooting my own horn.
Most days.
Most days I try so hard, but I have had multiple people tell me that I try to brighten up a room.
Logan's stimming.
What is Logan doing? He's stimming.
He's stimming.
But also
Stop.
keeping an open mind and an open ear. I guess, and keeping like an open, keeping open
Keep them ears
arms.
clean.
No,
Keeping them ears
like
clean.
just listen to everybody, have conversations, like be kind of the person that's like, if you see somebody and they're like obviously not doing so well, being like, hey, are you okay? Like how, like reach out, make connections. I think like it's not obviously really hard for me to do that, but I know it might be hard for some other people to do that. But it's like, I think that's what really brought me and a lot of people in my section, a lot of people out of my section and just in sound really close, is that I made those bridges and I went out of my way to be like, hey, how are you?
I also think the most important thing here is also, I mean, they're talking a lot about N sound because they're all in N sound, but this really is for everybody and for every choir. I know that N sound tends to be a little bit more tight knit, but it's because it's a smaller group. You know, I know that I guess y'all aren't really in Ursa Minor, but you're sometimes in there. But they're Ursa Minor, the freshman trebles. There's also about the same amount of students as N sound. There's about 20. I think there's 25 in there average that show up. But like the 25 of them are pretty close, and I love seeing that. You know, some of our bigger choirs like Ursa Major, which has 45 give or take. You know, it can be hard for everyone to get along and be friends, and that's not really the goal. But the goal is for choir and this choir room and this place to be a place where you can all come and sing and relax and have fun. And I guess fun, I always have fun, but to come together and sing and just be yourself, you don't have to love each other is what I say, but you will learn to work together and to function as a team. And so, yeah.
I can kind of speak on the tenor bass choir. We have our moments, I will say.
We do.
We have our moments, but anytime I've ever like, Mr. Amai's like moved me to like further down the section, not for like any like disciplinary reasons.
Maybe a little bit.
Oops.
No, but even when I did get moved down, I ended up making a bunch of friends over there. Like shout out Andrew, I love him. Freshman, he's like really good.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Qualify
say
for All-State.
Like shout out Andrew. But
Shout out,
Let's
dude.
not talk about Allstate.
We'll talk about All-State in
February.
episodes to come, which we're getting close to the end. Do we have any sponsors today?
Sponsored by water.
Sponsored
stay hydrated.
by
Sponsored by water, sponsored by
by
Oxygen.
Shopkins.
Okay, actually not sponsored, but if you want to sponsor, you can.
Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for tuning into our first episode. Follow us on our socials at NHS Grizzly Choir. We don't really have a release schedule. I mean, tune back in. We'll be back up and running after we get back from break 26. We'll see y'all next year.
Peace.
bye bye.
All right, that was good.
Dang it.